Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, we give you recaps of what went down on SmackDown tonight. As the SmackDown Ring Report, as we see the Street Profits are the new WWE Tag Team Champions, as well as Jade Cargill made an appearance. Jacob Fatu, talking about he gonna dog walk somebody. Gunther made an appearance, and just about everybody else made an appearance. We get the SmackDown Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show, and it starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect and our additional platforms. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's get things started and crack a light here on the SmackDown Ring Report here right now. All right, we get things started with this on SmackDown. Get things started with this. A huge melee going on. It was like a night of melees between LA Knight, the new U.S. champion. You see Jimmy Uso in the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Solo Sikoa and Braun Strowman. You see, it was a huge melee. At the Jacob Fatu wanted to take on that challenge, but Jacob Fatu wanted to run it back, and Jacob Fatu said he was gonna run it back. He said what he was gonna do, and he gonna do it. And Jacob Fatu wants to do it against you know who. He wants to run it back, and he wants to run it back against Braun Strowman. That'll happen next week on SmackDown. Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. Which one of these two savages, two monsters, is going to do to each other they want to do to each other? Speaking of savages, Jade Cargill wants to get her hands on Naomi real bad after what went down at the Jade's best friend, Bianca. Bianca caught in the middle between her friends, Naomi and Jade. And Jade did that whooping. And she did that woman causing Bianca LF to have dramatic effect. Jade Cargill decided to take her frustrations out on Naomi. She did so tonight. She did it in quite a spite tonight by doing what she did. But Jade said this is far from over. You know this is going to lead to a match at WrestleMania between Jade and Naomi. These two women can't stand each other after Naomi revealed that she the one that attacked Jade from behind, leaving Jade unconscious and out of action for quite some time. So we'll see that probably when they make the announcement. Speaking of that, Charlotte Flair was in action. Charlotte was in action tonight. And Charlotte Flair was in action against B-Fab. Charlotte Flair trying to teach B-Fab a lesson about respect, about respecting the former women's champion. B-Fab, give him that opportunity, and B-Fab seeing what she wants to do and stuff like that. B-Fab went against Charlotte tonight. B-Fab tried to do her might, but she was no match for Charlotte Flair tonight. And she knows it. And she knows that real well. B-Fab doing what she needed to do. But B-Fab didn't prove nothing. Tiffany Stratton came out there and tried to get folks the attention off of you know who, Bianca Belair. And what's going on Raw? Bianca Belair, Jade, and Rhea Ripley. We know there's going to be a women's triple threat match down the road. But Tiffany Stratton wanted to keep it on her, keep it 100. Tiffany Stratton will get her opportunity at WrestleMania when she takes on Charlotte Flair. And Tiffany Stratton will be defending her championship against Charlotte. And she did a pull apart. These two women could not get their hands off each other. They wanted to beat the holy you know what out of each other. And Charlotte and Tiffany doing what they need to do, getting what they have to do. But Tiffany Stratton throughout tried to steal the show by delivering a swanton to Charlotte and the security guards throughout the whole time. Man, Charlotte was doing the same thing, but Tiffany Stratton really impressing a lot of folks by doing what she needed to do. Tiffany Stratton talking about she's the truth. She's gonna be the queen around these parts coming up at WrestleMania. We'll see if Tiffany Stratton could be the women's champion once again. So hey, we just have to wait and see if she can retain the title. Well, Jay got interrupted as well by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. They did not like when Jay tried to accuse them of trying to attack her, and we thought at first that that at first, but just that wasn't the case and stuff. So we see how far that's going to go and see how that's going to do and stuff like that, being that way and how that's going to go. Well, we get a first look at Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix could be heading to SmackDown. Ray Phoenix and his brother Penta, the Lucha Brothers, we can see them coming together down the road, reuniting. But the Lucha Brothers making their way to WWE, especially Ray Phoenix at the leaving AEW, and they were the AEW Tag Team Champions. But now Ray Phoenix making his move that he might be indicating that he might be going to SmackDown when the draft comes, whenever that he might debut. Drew McIntyre sending a brief cold message to Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre is saying that Damian Priest is the reason all this stuff dwindled down last year when Damian stole the World Heavyweight Championship from Drew. And Drew's going to do the same. We know they're going to have a WrestleMania match. We're going to see that match eventually happen. But Drew McIntyre is saying that Damian Priest is the reason he's no longer in the talks as world champion. Well, we get to this. Chelsea Green made the announcement tonight. Chelsea Green saying that she has a new administration. She calls it the Green administration. And Chelsea Green is the United States champion. So she's trying to put herself in good company with D-Drop and the Lennox girl. So everybody getting their just due and their bits and pieces of Chelsea Green. What WWE champion Cody Rhodes did not waste no time whatsoever by calling out his opponent at WrestleMania, John Cena. We know that Cody will be facing John Cena for the WWE Championship. That match will happen for the WWE title. We'll see that match coming down for the WWE Championship. Cody was supposed to be a guest on Miz TV. Cody decided that he didn't want to be a guest on Miz TV. Cody still had one thing on his mind. He wanted to get his mind and attack John Cena. What John Cena did, that low down dirty stuff at Elimination Chamber. We'll hear from John Cena this Monday on Raw. And what John Cena, he's going to have to explain his actions on what he did. Cena doing what he needed to do. But did John Cena sell his soul to one day to become WWE champion? That's the question. John Cena sold his soul. That's the question. But Cody Rhodes was not interested in hearing that tonight. He was a guest on Miz TV, and he cut it short and sweet with Miz by attacking Miz, doing the crossroads, and saying all that he needed to say. So Cody Rhodes getting himself together and ready for the confrontation with John Cena. Him and John Cena be under one roof next week. So we'll see that confrontation and how that's going to be after what John Cena did and betrayed his trust. I'll tell you that right now. Well, speaking of that, Randy Orton was in action against Carmelo Hayes. The Carmelo Hayes called out the 14-time WWE champion. Carmelo Hayes wanted to beat Randy Orton by mocking Randy Orton. Randy Orton wanted to beat some respect out of Carmelo. The Carmelo doesn't show no respect to Randy. Randy Orton did what he did tonight, pinning Carmelo Hayes in the middle of the ring. We can show you that right now if we get time. But in the interesting note, Randy Orton could be a part of Backlash coming to St. Louis. Backlash coming to St. Louis in the Enterprise Center. So Randy Orton could be a part of that show for Backlash coming up. So we will have to wait and see Randy Orton. But Randy Orton won this match against Carmelo Hayes, defeating Carmelo Hayes and putting Carmelo Hayes out his misery tonight. But speaking of that, like we said, Drew McIntyre attacked Damian Priest. Damian Priest was in action. Damian Priest didn't see that coming, but Damian did try to warn Drew on what was going to go down tonight. It just wasn't the case tonight, and Damian Priest didn't get this confidence. I think Drew learned that, hey, I'm going to do what I need to do to Damian to make what out of him and do that. And I think Damian Priest might have to run it back down the road on what he's going to do. Well, we've been getting this mysterious number right here, 4. What is this mysterious number, 4? A lot of people are stating that it could be Aleister Black making his way back to WWE. Aleister Black, who hadn't been WWE, and Black some skating stuff way back when that they weren't pushing him, but under this new administration, you kind of opening what's going to go down stuff. You have to wait and see how that's going to play out eventually. Stuff between us and Black coming back to WWE way worse one way or another. So we tell and indicate what else the Black is going to be. The World Heavyweight Champion Gunther made a reappearance tonight. I don't get why these champions making their appearances and stuff on the show. Gunther did so tonight. Gunther doing what he needed to do what he does best, just shows up unannounced. Gunther did that by coming on to defeating Axiom, the NXT Tag Team Champion. Tonight, doing what he needed to do. Gunther won against Axiom quick fashion. Gunther set together. But Gunther also made a pleading case to Jimmy Uso, telling him he needs to try to convince his brother Jimmy that he don't need to be wrestling him at WrestleMania because he's not ready. Well, Jimmy said that he'll think about it, but I don't see that happening. I think maybe Jey Uso in it to win it. I don't get why Gunther still wants to play those political games. He ain't gonna win. Maybe Jey Uso wants that world belt. So I don't get why Jimmy is wasting Gunther's time with that ridiculous claim. So we'll see. That's gonna happen, but hey. But speaking of that, Paul Heyman telling about Roman Reigns' success in the WWE 2K games. That the 2K game is out. Paul Heyman said Roman Reigns is the biggest box office draw. And he also announced that Roman will be coming back to SmackDown next week. So Roman Reigns will be back on SmackDown next week. So we'll see Roman Reigns coming to SmackDown. Roman Reigns coming to SmackDown. Lay his claim on his kingdom. See what's going on. One thing about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gonna see what's gonna go down. So it's gonna jumpstart Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and CM Punk with their feud and their rivalry. Put it to rest and see how this is gonna go forward. So we'll see that coming up. The Street Profits defeated DIY to become the new WWE Tag Team Champions. The Street Profits has done it. The Street Profits, that they beat up that drought that they had for quite some time. The Profits win the tag team championship. Did so. Street Profits are now officially tag team champions. Once again, congratulations to the Profits winning back their tag team belts. I think it's been a long journey for them. To me, I'd rather the Profit go for the Profits need to be trying to go for go for individual goal, but they don't want to do that. They want to still be a tag team after all these times. So want to be a tag team, they'll be a tag team. So got what's his name had potential, but he wants to be a tag team, right? Single star. So, yeah, that's what it is. So Street Profits finally done it again, winning the tag team championships. All right, that's going to do it for the Pro Wrestling Show. Present the SmackDown Ring Report. Let's move forward to wrestling hot topics. All right. All right. We told you last week that Chelsea Green already getting some attention. Chelsea Green getting attention for her qualities. Chelsea Green knows that this week she'll be visiting NXT, depending on Florida Luther, and defending her women's US title. Chelsea Green got a lot in store, a lot in play. What's gonna go down for her next week? Chelsea going to homeland, getting herself ready. We'll see if Chelsea Green was gonna go down with her. Yeah, quick. So speaking of that, Karrion Cross trying to get his name out there. Karrion Cross. That's what I think so. I think pushing. Also, too, we're hearing that WWE is interested in signing Jeff Cobb. You remember Jeff Cobb? Jeff Cobb played wrestle New Japan. The league got their eye on him. They kind of will bring Jeff Cobb. We just have to wait and see if they want to do it. Well, speaking of that, Naomi being called out by you know who, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre saying that trying to play mind games with Jimmy and trying to keep Jimmy at odds. Jimmy, Naomi told him, like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. And keep my name out your mouth. So let me see. Oh, yeah. All right. We're gonna leave you on the SmackDown report for the Street Profits. Finally winning tag team gold. Yeah, so tonight. So for me being Kitty Dix, saying so long. Thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show.